Between the Marez Puck, the Puck Pro, the Puck Pro Plus, and the new Puck 4, this is the best version Marez has come out with. It comes in several different colors, and the features of this at a very reasonable price is going to make this one of the best contenders on the market for not just a recreational dive computer, but even a technical dive computer. What's up, guys? It's Brian again from Lake Hickory Scuba and Marina. If you are new to our channel, do me a huge favor. Hit this little subscribe button right here and ding that little bell as well. That way you guys are going to be notified every time we upload new content. Now, in today's video, we're going to be reviewing the Puck 4 dive computer from Marez. And not only does this thing come in several different colors, it also comes in several different configurations. You can get it in a wrist style configuration. You can get it with a bungee system. You can also even get it in a console, whether it's a single console, a double console, or in this case, a triple console, or what they call the Puck 4 Mission 3. It's a very intuitive computer that's super easy to use. It's a one-button operation, and not only can you do recreational diving with it, you can also take this guy tech diving, whether you're doing recreational deco, or full-blown tech. This is going to be a great, inexpensive computer for you, and it's something that I would highly encourage you to look into, even if you're just getting into diving, or if you're looking for a great backup computer, even if you're an experienced tech diver. Alright guys, we're going to take an in-depth look at the computer itself, and as I stated earlier, it comes in several different configurations. You can get it in a wrist style with either the watch strap, or you can also get it with a bungee strap, or you can get it in some type of console. I just happen to have the Puck 4 Mission 3 console here, which comes with the computer, a gauge, and then it also comes with a slate, which you can swap out, of course, for the compass itself. But we're going to take an in-depth look, go through the features, look at the menu settings, and show you just how good of a computer this is at a very reasonable retail price. It's a very inexpensive computer that will basically do anything you need it to do. Now, there are some exceptions there. It will not read Trimix, of course, but outside of that, it is a very intuitive computer that I've actually switched over using for public safety, salvage, and commercial work. This is the actual computer that I'm using here. As far as the wrist style, you can very easily swap these back and forth, and in our very next video, I'm going to show you how to swap out this for the bungee straps, or if you want to change the colors, say in your console, how you can swap these computers back and forth, say from the console to the wrist. But with that being said, let's take a quick look at all the menu features in the Marez Puck 4. Now, another neat feature to this really quick before we go too in-depth is the back of it. This is a user-friendly computer here where we just simply take off the battery plate. I've made videos several times on how to do that on previous Puck models. It's going to be the exact same for this one, but you take off your battery plate, you can pull your battery out, put your battery back in, put a new plate with a new O-ring, and it's a very intuitive, user-friendly computer that you can change the battery out. You don't have to take it to a technician to do that. You're probably going to get, since this is technically, it's a recreational computer, but it can double as a technical computer or a decompression computer. You're probably going to get about 2.5 to 3 years use out of a battery, depending on how much dives you do with it. So that's a great thing that you're not having to recharge it like you do, say, on the Sirius or the Genius or any other type of computer that doesn't have a replaceable battery. So that's another great feature as well with this style of computer. Alright guys, taking a closer in-depth look of the computer itself, there's several different menu screens that you can scroll through on this computer, and then there's sub-menus within those as well. Now, as I stated earlier, this is a one-button computer here, so that just simply means if you go past the screen you're wanting, you're going to have to scroll all the way back through it. That's just one of the hassles of having a one-button computer. That being said, it's also very intuitive and very easy to use. You just simply press and release to go through the screens, and then press and hold to lock into whatever menu you want. And as I stated as well, there's two different versions here. You can get a wrist style or you can get the console, and these are easy to switch back and forth from. In our very next video, I'm going to show you how you can go from the wrist style to the console, or from the console over to the wrist style, and I'm even going to show you a different attachment that you can use if you don't like this watch band style system. You can actually switch over to a bungee system as well, so stay tuned for that video coming out next. But let's go ahead and turn this computer on. It's just a simply one button operation there, and we can see the screen's going to have 3 different levels here that you can read through, and we're going to look at each one individually. Then we will scroll through the menus and show you how that works as well. So on this top menu screen here, this is just going to basically be your depth screen when you're diving. So it's going to show your current depth. It's also going to show your maximum depth. And then you can cycle through underwater, and that can change from other things such as CNS clock, nitrox mix, even over to the temperature of the water itself. And then you'll scroll back into the depth as well. The middle screen here is going to be your dive time / decompression time versus no decompression time, your safety stop time, anything of that sort. So it will show your actual dive time, that number will be going up. It'll show your no decompression time, that number will be going down. And then if you have to do a safety stop, it will show you your safety stop clock on it. And then if you do happen to go into decompression, it will actually go in and show you where your stop should be and how long it should be as well. So it's a very intuitive screen there. And then of course your bottom is going to show you two different things as well, which you can scroll through. Your bottom over here is going to show you your mode. Currently this is set up for air, and then it's also going to show your gradient factors. Yes, this computer will allow you not only to go through several different presets of gradient factors, it will also allow you to set custom gradient factors. That's what makes this computer not only a great recreational dive computer, but you can also use it for recreational decompression and full-blown tech diving as well. Now I do want to state it will not read tri-mix, but it will read multiple blends of nitrox. So if you're diving doubles and you're, say, decompression on anything, say 40, 50, 60% or whatnot, you can put that in there as well, but it will not do tri-mix, unfortunately. So it's still technically a recreational computer that you can use as a great backup computer for tech diving, or if you want it as a primary computer, say for recreational decompression, this is definitely going to be the computer to go with. Now, if I scroll on through, there's going to be several different menus that we're going to go through very quickly, but then we'll go back into those menus and show you all the sub-menu features of it. But simply by pressing and releasing, you'll see we've got a set screen, we've got a log screen, a plan screen, we've got an info screen there, and a Bluetooth screen, and then of course we go back into the main diving menu as well. And we're going to look at each of those individually, so don't worry about it if you didn't catch it the first time. In the first one that we're going to come to, of course, is set. We're going to go ahead and press and hold and go through that. We will notice that there are several sub-menus here. We've got a mode menu, an algorithm menu, a warning menu, a multi-gas menu, a water menu. This is where you change, say, from between freshwater and saltwater. And then, of course, we have a back menu. If we go to back, it just backs back out to the main menu area. But let's go back in there really quick and let's look at the mode. If you press and hold on mode, you will notice it's automatically set up for air, but you can simply scroll through if you want nitrox or multi-blends of nitrox as well. And then, of course, you've got a bottom timer mode. Bottom timer mode really comes in handy if you're just using it as a backup and you don't want different types of things that you've got to worry about. And it also works good for training as well. So for shops who want to use, say, this console style or even a wrist style, you can set it in bottom timer mode when you're training a lot in a pool, and it won't log all that saturation data. Back and back out just to that sub-menu there, we can go into algorithm. Now, algorithm is where we're going to change our individual gradient factors. Now, one cool feature about this computer, it's not an RGBM algorithm. It is using the Bullman-C algorithm, so we can go in and change these gradient factors, and this will match any of your tech computers out there. So if you decide to use this as a backup computer and you want it in a wrist style, you can actually match your current tech computer that you're using. But let's go ahead and go into there. You'll see that there's repetitive algorithms, or basically what this is you can set it up for an emergency algorithm. So you got your primary gradient factors you dive by, and then if you get caught into a situation where you're going to go above and beyond what you set it at, you can set it up for an emergency algorithm as well. You can set multi-day diving on and off as well if you want to. But let's back out, and inside, let's go back into the algorithm really quick. Let me get back out there. Hold on one second here. That's a thing about these one-button computers. If you pass your screen, then you tend up to going a little bit too far. So if I go into algorithm here, you'll see it's currently set for custom. If I press and hold there, I can change that from a preset of 85-85 to a little bit more conservative to 70-80, a little bit more conservative to 60-70, a lot more conservative at 50-60, or I can go back into a custom algorithm where when I press and hold there, it will start blinking over here, and I can set my custom algorithm to whatever I want it to be. Currently, I've got this one set at 40-70, but you can set it up to whatever you feel is appropriate for your level of diving as well. Okay, and then of course we go back through the multi-day and all that as well. Now, if we go into the warning screen here, we're going to go into warnings. Now, this top part here is going to be a depth warning. So let's say you're teaching a class, you don't want your students going down to a certain depth. You can set this to beep to let them know that they've hit that depth or whatever their max depth is. It's very similar to a maximum operating depth for nitrox, but this is also just a depth rating in general. Maybe you don't want your guys going deeper than 100 feet. You can set it up for 100 feet. This is something that we actually use in public safety diving, simply because, you know, we are limited on depths that we can reach. It's not because we're not certified to go there, but it's based off our policy and our procedures. So I'll have my guys set a depth warning on their computers because a lot of times we can't see the computer because we're working in blacked out conditions, and they can hear their computer beep to let them know that they've hit that certain depth warning. The next one, of course, is bottom time down here on the bottom. So maybe you don't want to make more than a 25 or 30 minute dive. You can set the bottom time for 25 to 30 minutes. And of course, it will beep to let you know that, that you've hit that time limit. And then, of course, the middle here is no decompression. You can set it up to warn you that either you're going into decompression, or you can set a 1 to 2 minute timer to let you know, hey, you're fixing to go in as well. And once again, this works great if you're working in limited visibility. It doesn't matter if you have the console or the wrist style mount. If you can't see your computer due to visibility, it's going to be a great little setting that you can turn on and off as well. Of course, it's got the deco warning there, and then of course we can back out. The next one is multi-gas. You just simply go in here to set up however many gases you want. Say you're diving a single tank on your back at 21%, you might be decoing on 40%, or vice versa. You're diving a little bit higher blend, and then same thing, you've got a higher deco gas. You can set that up as well. And then, of course, we can go into the setting of water. Do you want to set it up for fresh water or salt water? Very easy to do there. And then, of course, we can back out. Now, going into the log, this is a brand new computer. I've not put a dive on this computer yet. I'm literally making a video on how to switch it out from a previous computer. If you've not already seen that video, I believe it's the video prior to this one you can watch. So as I get some dives on here, I'll be able to go back in. And I am going to do an update on this computer as well, because I did just switch this computer out with the one that I use for public safety and commercial and salvage work. And I do want to give you guys an update to see if I truly like it after the fact. Based off of just the functions and features that it's got, so far I really think I am going to like it. But as I get some dives logged on here, I will definitely do an update video for you. In the plan screen, now this is something I've studied a lot on and I've read through the manual on. I really like this plan feature here because a lot of dive computers, a lot of recreational dive computers will not allow you to plan for decompression. This one actually will. So if we go into plan mode, there's going to be several different things that we're going to look at. So the top is going to be depth. The middle is going to be your no decompression time. The bottom's actually going to show what mode you're in, whether it's air, nitrox, and it's going to show your custom gradient factors as well. I'm going to go to say a depth of 60 feet, which gives me a maximum maximum bottom time of 42 minutes. But we're going to go a little bit beyond that. Let's say let's stay for a couple extra minutes. Let's go to 45 minutes. So if I press and hold here, it's going to say 43 at the bottom, 44, and then 45 minutes. And you're going to see it's automatically going to give me a 10-foot stop for 8 minutes with a time to surface of 11 minutes. So this is really cool because it adds in your safety stop to your total time to surface as well. And as I stated, you can use this for recreational deco, or as a backup computer to tech diving as well, because you can go in and change into those custom gradient factors. Back and back out there, of course, you just simply press and hold, and it'll allow you to scroll through. And then we can get all the way through to our info screen. Now, the info screen is going to have some cool features as well. Not only is it going to show you what your serial number is or what your current firmware update is, it's also going to show that your battery is good. And if you notice it's scrolling here at the bottom, you're going to see where it says battery okay, but over here in this corner, and the camera might not be picking it up very well, but there's a little battery indicator. Now, a lot of these puck style computers like this are only going to tell you if your battery's good or bad. It's not actually going to show a battery indicator. I really like this because it's actually going to show the battery indicator. It's going to let me know not only is it good or bad, it's also going to show is it 100%, 75%, 50%, whatnot. So I really like that they put that in there as well. Backing out of there, we're going to go into the Bluetooth mode. Now, one thing that Marez has really started doing, all of their computers now, all of their newer computers are going to the Bluetooth technology. There's no more putting a little device on it to connect it to your phone. Once you turn Bluetooth on, it will automatically connect to your phone. You can use both the Marez app and the Dive SSI app, and it will automatically update your time zone, your date, your time. It will update, it'll download all of your dive logs, things of that sort, and you can literally do it in the palm of your hand without having to connect it to a desktop or a laptop or something like that. And of course, those dives will automatically transfer from your Dive SSI or Marez app straight over to your SSI profile or my profile with SSI, which is a really cool feature as well. But yeah, it's a great little thing. And turn it off, you just simply press and hold. It automatically turns it off. And then of course, we go back into the main screen as well. So it's a very intuitive feature on this. Now, let me grab a box really quick because I'll show you something really neat. Marez has also started doing this. So when you get a computer from Marez, this happens to be the box for this wrist style, they're going to send you this little QR code. All you've got to do is scan that with your camera and it will automatically go to the user manual for that computer. So there's no more going to the website, going through a bunch of links to try to find the user manual. Everything is scanned directly from your phone, and then once you have that page brought up, you simply download it as a PDF so that you'll have access to it at all times, whether you have internet access or not. So it's a cool little feature. You just simply scan it with your phone, boom, you've got the manual now on your phone digitally, and it doesn't really matter if you've got internet access or not. Once it's downloaded, you will always have it. But yeah, that's the Marez Puck 4 dive computer. Comes, as I said, in several different styles. You can get it in several different consoles. You can get it in a wrist style. And in our very next video, I am going to show you how to swap this out for the bungee system that you can get, or show you how to swap it into the console system itself if you would rather have it in console mode. But yeah, great intuitive computer. It's one that I would definitely look in. I just recently switched over my work my work dive computer to this one here, and I'm really looking forward to putting some dives on it and see just how well it works. So here you go, guys. That's the Marez Puck 4 dive computer. As I stated, you can get it in a wrist style. You can get it in console style. You can change it out the wrist for a bungee. You can get it in several different. This happens to be the Puck 4 Mission 3, and I'm really looking forward to testing it out and seeing how it does. If you're interested more in how a computer actually works, check out the SSI computer diving class. This is a classroom-only specialty that really goes in depth. We do about an 8-hour session on dive computers. You don't just have to have a Marez computer. We can do it with any computer out there on the market, but it's going to give you a better understanding of how computers actually calculate your saturation, both your on gas and off gassing underwater. And we're going to go through all the individual features with you, talk about what they are, explain what they are, but it's definitely a great course to take as well. And if you are interested in gear maintenance, you know, not only how do I swap this, but how do I take good care of the boot? How do I take good care of, say, the computer or the pressure gauge or your compass? Check out the SSI Equipment Techniques course. This is another great course that's going to help you prolong the life of your gear, give you a better understanding of the mechanics of how the equipment works, and it's just a great course as well. It's going to apply towards your Master Diver program, and it's going to give you a leg up in diagnosing problems in the field. You know, a lot of times when you bring your gear to a technician, they're going to charge you a service fee to fix something that you could have done for free at home. Now, by all means, if you don't feel comfortable, take it to your local service technician, but there's a lot of things that you can do at home that you're going to learn in the Equipment Techniques program that you don't have to pay a service technician to do. But guys, let me know down in the comment section below, would you use the Puck 4, or do you find it's an interesting computer? And do you prefer a wrist style or a console style computer? Let me know down below what you think. But guys, if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, drop me a comment down below and we will discuss. But until our next video, take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.